on, everybody? Beastly Gamer here. Welcome to the channel. And with Microsoft's decision to make the Xbox One backwards compatible with Xbox 360 games, to me that's a very exciting thing. To me that means that Phil Spencer and Xbox team are really dedicated to making the gamer happy and bringing more value to the Xbox One. I'm an owner of all consoles. I try to buy as many of them as I can. And of course, owning the Xbox 360 and having a nice catalog of Xbox 360 games, this really made me happy. And the thing that really was the cherry on top of the sundae for the Xbox One's backwards compatibility was that it was free. It came in the form of an update, and that is really phenomenal. In contrast, Sony has released a PlayStation 2 emulator on the PlayStation 4. Now, there's been a lot of discussion about the fact that these PlayStation 3 games, which are emulated, which do look better than the original games or run smoother, they do cost money. They're between the prices of $10 and $15, and a lot of people understandably are frustrated and upset about it. I haven't bought any PS2 games yet. I own most of the PS2 games that I want to play. But if I didn't own them, I may have an issue paying for them, seeing that Xbox has actually released a backwards compatibility update for the Xbox One. Sometimes things come to one console before the other. I remember on PlayStation 3, when Xbox 360 was the competition, I really enjoyed the fact that PlayStation Network was free. And so I never bought Xbox Live. I was never on it. I'd never paid for it. Never a day in my life until I bought my Xbox One. That's me, totally honest. Most of my online gaming, actually all my online gaming on the 7th generation was on PlayStation 3, because for me, I was like, why pay for Xbox Live when my PlayStation 3 is totally free to play online? It just doesn't make any sense for me. And so I feel the same way looking at Xbox with their backwards compatibility compared to the PlayStation Store, but not everyone feels this way. And the developer actually went on the record and talked about the fact that they think PS4's emulated games being paid for is actually understandable. I'll drop a link in the description. Many people frowned at the fact that you have to pay for PS2 games to be playable on the PlayStation 4. One developer feels it's not really a bad idea. Gaming Bolt spoke to Brian Ingbich, who works for Norwind Interactive. The developer is working on a title called Astria for the PlayStation 4 at the moment. Gaming Bolt asked Ingbich's opinion on Sony charging its users to play old PlayStation 2 games on the PS4. Many gamers don't like this because they feel they have to pay for the same games that they own twice, not to mention the prices are steep. Ingbich said he doesn't mind it because, quote, Sony had to pay its developers to make the emulation software work, so charging money only makes sense, end quote. Sony said a similar thing when the PS2 emulator was first implemented on the PlayStation 4. This is because the PS2 games have been upgraded with trophies, higher resolution, and more. Some gamers are still annoyed since the Xbox One has backwards compatibility for some Xbox 360 games. You don't have to pay for the games you already own with actual backwards compatibility. You only have to pay for the games you may not have bought before. So, this guy basically says what Sony said, that it is it is new software, okay? It's not running the native PlayStation 2 operating system. This is a completely different system that's emulating the games. And they basically have to redo it and reformat it to work on an emulator. Now, do I agree with the prices? I've looked at the prices. No, I don't agree with them. No way. There's no way. I mean, I would never pay more for a PlayStation 2 game than a PlayStation 4 game. And there are PlayStation 4 games that are less than these PS2 games. So the people who are early adopters of this, of course, are going to be the hardcore. People who have attachments to these games and want that nostalgia factor immediately on their PlayStation 4. But hopefully in the near future, I'd say probably the next couple of months, Sony realizes that they have a really nice thing here and they decide to drop those prices. PlayStation 2 games shouldn't cost more than they do on like the old PSP. Like you could get PlayStation 1 games for $6 on the PSP. And on the PlayStation Vita, they're $6. Big games like Final Fantasy VII are $10 on PlayStation Vita and PlayStation Portable. So these games should definitely be right in that price range. A person shouldn't have an issue dropping $5 for a game that they want to play for nostalgia. But $15? Come on. That's a Domino's pizza, a drink, and a butt smack to the girl who delivers it. I mean, that's what I do. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, give a thumbs up and show support for the Beastly Gamer channel. Also, sound off in the comment box. Let me know what you think about PlayStation's versus Xbox's backwards compatibility and the woes that come with emulation and charging. Personally, I'm more on Xbox's side when it comes to the emulation. I prefer to take my 360 games, stick it right in, they boot right up, and I lose no money. I don't see my PayPal pop up, ding ding, you need to pay for this shit. No, I already have the game. I put it right in my Xbox One. It works flawlessly. To me, that just makes sense. So I'm probably going to stick to my Xbox One when it comes to the older games until Sony comes with something a little bit more compatible with that service. You guys let me know what you think below. Be sure to give a thumbs up if you haven't yet, and definitely subscribe, guys. I'm the Beastly Gamer, and I'll see you guys next time.